Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. There's Porter. We got a 12 gauge wire, Romex, non-metallic cable here. We're gonna put a receptacle. Some people call them outlets. They call them receptacles. So we're gonna put one of these on there. Duplex receptacle. 20 amp. Make sure it's 20 amp. So you're gonna be on 20 amp circuit. See that little cross in there? That means you got 20 amps on there. Just make it quick and simple. Try not to make it too difficult. So first thing first, I'm get my knife, cut right in the middle, right where the copper wire is, right down the middle. You stay in the middle, you're cutting on the copper wire. Take that off. Pull it all the way back into the box. Get all that stuff off there. Push this back as far as you can get it. Get your knife. Cut that off. Same thing on the other one. We're gonna get it straight, nice and straight. Cut it in the middle. Right in the middle. They do make Romex strippers for this too. If you don't have if you want to get a Romex stripper, you can do that too. Stay in the middle. Cut on the center. Pull this back all the way. Get all that paper off of there. Take your time, you're not in a rush. There's no race here. I'll be back into the box. Cut that little. Now you got it all off like this. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can put these together and put a pigtail on there and put one wire on the terminal, but I'm gonna do like the daisy chain. So I'm gonna basically loop it from one side to the other, because it's, either way it's gonna work. Don't use the stab connections. Do not use those stab connections at all, please. Those things cause problems. Always put it around the screw. I'm gonna strip these back. Get a little off. Get about. You're taking off about. I don't know if you can see how much that is. It's almost about 3/4 of an inch. And it's probably the thickness of my my pliers here, my cutters. A little stick out like that. And you can kind of gauge how much you need. Right there. Pinch the insulation just a little bit. Now, the ground wires, I'm gonna do this a little bit different. Probably gonna say this ain't the right way to do it, but this is the way I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna take the ground wire. There's one longer than the other, so I'm gonna wrap this around just like this, and I'm gonna. You guys gonna say this nasty, you ain't doing it the right way, but there's a few ways you can do it. I'm doing it this way today. I'm not sure if there's a right way or wrong. Well, I guess there is a wrong way too. It's a little sloppy, but whatever. Well, I know this is the other way you're supposed to do it too. You're supposed to do it with the wire nut. Like cut one shorter than the other, twist them together and put the wire nut, the green wire nut. Yeah, I'm gonna call you back. I'm in the middle of doing something. Alright? I'm gonna call you back in the middle of doing something. Alright. So now, once you determine which circuit is which. I usually put the circuit feeding at the bottom, the circuit coming out on the top. It doesn't matter though. You can do either or. Try to keep the pairs together. Don't alternate the pairs if you can help it. So if these two are the pairs coming out and this is the pair coming in, don't change it. Try to keep it the same if you can. It's still gonna work, but you know what I mean. Just try to keep them the same if you can. I'm gonna put my loops on these on this outlet, right? You have to go. Do not use these stab connections in the back. They will cause a problem when your circuit when it from the expansion contraction. When you have a loose connection back there, it'll be so hard to find because you gotta check every single outlet to find that. So do not use those. Those things give you problems. Just make your shepherd hook go around the screw clockwise. Trust me, it's gonna save you a whole lot of headache from coming back to have to try to figure it out. If you doubt it, you try it. And when you gotta troubleshoot like 20 circuits, you gotta take them all off the wall to figure out which one it is. You know what I'm talking about. So directly, this is gonna be the top. I'm gonna go around my screw clockwise like that and tighten that bad boy up nice and snug. Now, the neutral, this is the neutral, the white wire, goes on the larger side of the circuit or the plug or the receptacle. And then if you're not too sure, that silver wire, that terminal gets the neutral. So don't put it on the other side because you'll be reversing polarity on your outlet. It still work, but some things are polarity sensitive, so you got to be careful. AC is a little different from DC, so it'll still work. Now, if it was DC, it won't work at all because you cannot reverse it. You cannot reverse them. I'm going down here do my shepherd's hook down here again. Same thing. Just do a little. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty. Just bend the wire, turn it nice and slow. Get yourself a nice little hook. There you go. Get a hook on this one too, buddy. I'm about to do the ground wire over here. Okay. Same thing. Clockwise around the screw. Clockwise around the screw, just like that. Once you get it clockwise around the screw, make sure you get it nice and snug. And see, you don't want too much copper showing. The most important thing is you don't want no copper. Let me see if you can see this. No copper extending past this base. So you want this the way you got it right there. That's good. You could get that in more tighter, but it's wrapped around the screw, so it's not gonna. As long as it's snug, you're gonna get a good connection. Just like that. Flip over to the other side. The same thing over here. Put your. I'm gonna close this hook just a little bit because the hook's a little bit wider than it should be. Just kind of pinch it shut. And we're gonna same thing, just like that up in there. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little. Make sure it goes around the screw. Because if it doesn't go around the screw, you're gonna have a problem. So don't over tighten it, but make it snug. You don't want no arcing. So the more snug you have it, less arcing you're gonna have. You don't want it loose. And this one here is just gonna be the ground wire, same principle. Shepherd's hook, clockwise around the screw. Tighten that bad boy up, just like that. And once we do that, some people put the outlets with the ground up. They put them with the ground down. Now the reason why they put them with the ground up, they're saying if a blade, let me show you what I'm talking about. If the plug was inside the circuit and the blade came like this, it hit the ground first and before it hits that. But you know, I mean, that's just the theory that they're saying, and it's true. It will hit the ground first, but a lot of plugs don't even have a ground, so at this point it doesn't make a difference. So my thing is keeping it this way, because I've always been putting them this way for years. I'm not going to change it now. I'm going to tuck my wires in now. So I get about 6 to 8 inches of wire here. You got to have 6 to 8 inches of wire. If you have less wire, then it's hard to, you know, tie the outlet in, especially if I have more than less. So I get about the length of this. If I stick this in the box, right, that's about the length of that. That's how I measure my wire. I measure the length of my pliers. So when I stick my pliers in the end of the box, the wires come out to the end of the handle. That gives me my length right there. So that's a guarantee 6 to 8 inches of length right there. No question about it. Now, everybody does this different. Some people take the outlet and they twist it and then tuck the wires in. You could do it that way, but I go like this. I tuck it, I push it down, all the way down like this, right? All the way down and push it up. Up like that, and I push it in, just like that. So now it goes in the outlet like that. That's my way of doing it. I'm not saying that's the only way to do it. That's my way of doing it. Is it right? Yeah, because it's in the box. Now, can you twist it and turn it into the box? And yes, it's still going to work. There's nothing saying how you're supposed to get the wires in the box. As long as you don't nick the wires, you don't cut the wires, the ground's not touching the neutral, the neutral's not touching the positive, the wire's not touching, you're good to go. You do not have to wrap this with tape. You can do it if you want to, but you don't have to. It's a plastic box. Nothing's touching nothing, so you don't have to wrap that with tape. People started wrapping those with tape because they didn't know how to put them in the box properly. And they were touching them, they were shorting them out and everything. So that's the reason why they started doing all that. So, you know, just be careful when you put them in the box. So I always start the top a little bit, right? Now come down to the bottom, do the same exact thing. Just start it so they both kind of suck in evenly. Get your screws in there. Make sure all your terminals are tightened. Just snug that up nice and snug. And let me just get this one snugged up. Let's see what we got here. Now get it nice and snug. Try to keep it straight as possible if you can. Now we're in there. Now just a little bit more and we're good. So if I have to put this plate on there, I'm not putting the plates on now, but if the plate came on, it's gonna look just like that. You know, once you tighten up, it's gonna be nice and flush. So that's pretty much how you want it. We're not putting the plates on now because they gotta do some plaster and some taping and mudding. So that's gonna be very, very end. But that's what we got. 120 amp outlet install. And who knows how many more I gotta do, but we're gonna do a few more tonight and we'll pick it up tomorrow. But here we go. Catch you guys on the next one.